And welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galley, the Director of Special Events for the Conroe Chamber of Commerce. And we have guest host today.
Hi, I'm John Sellers. I'm the Director of Finance and Operations, filling in for President Brian Bondi.
Yes. So each month, guests are brought on to talk about what is happening in the Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We get the inside scoop of our members, what they do, and what has made their company successful. We also chat about upcoming events and programs the Chamber is hosting. The Chamber is a nonprofit 501c6 organization and is designated as a 3-star accredited chamber by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. The mission of the Chamber is to strengthen the economic environment and quality of life in Montgomery County. I hope you have your cup of coffee because we have a great lineup this morning. DeAndre, you almost made me mess up on my intro. I could see you from the side.
Smile,
it's your smile, yes. Well, welcome to another edition of Chamber Chat. Like we said, John's being our guest host, filling in for Brian, who had a meeting. And we have some wonderful guests, some people that are in our building, Sean and DeAndre with the City of Conroe Transportation Department. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
They're also in the same building with us at the Chamber, and so we get the joy of seeing them every single day that we
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We're neighbors.
Yes, neighbors. So, and they may be on the whole time. We haven't decided yet.
Depends on how interesting they are.
Well, yeah, it'll depend on DeAndre's behavior.
Oh, well, we'll be on forever, so let's not encourage it.
Well, maybe we'll poll the audience at halftime of whether we should keep them or not.
Definitely.
I want to do something one time where we have some call-ins.
I know, we
Yeah.
should take calls.
I know. I want to do that. We're going to have to
Well, we can Bluetooth your phone to the board, and we can call whoever you want to call.
oh, no way.
That's nice.
So give out your personal cell phone number
We should call Ashley
on the
at some
radio.
point.
It's a smart thing to do.
They can call me.
We should. I want to do that. I'll be like, and now we'll be taking calls. We'll have to prepare for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley, I don't know. She may slip some
Yeah, do we have a dump button for Ashley?
censor button. So, well, yeah, we'll have to do that one time. That'd be really cool. And we do have an audience member as well too. We've had that several times. Abby Johnson is here in the studio. She was our intern over the summer, and she's back in the office today doing some work. So I grabbed her and had her come along for us.
Our independent contractor,
Yes.
Abby Johnson.
Yes.
Excuse me, not Ashley, Abby.
We may have her on a little bit later and give her some tales about her internship. But first, let's dive in with Sean and DeAndre and talk about all things transportation, right?
Yeah. I
What's
guess
going on
so.
with y'all?
Everything. What's not going on with transportation? So, well, thanks for having us on the
Yes.
show. We just love you guys so much. And so the main thing we are promoting at this point, if you all didn't know, our commuter service launched April 1st. And yes, I always said it wasn't a joke, right? So council approved it maybe 2 or 3 days before. I guess it was that Thursday, and we launched that Monday. So it just happened to be April 1st. But so we've been in operations, all is well. DeAndre can tell you wonderful statistics and stories about our service and how proud we are to have been able to accomplish this in our community. So we are hosting several events on Monday, August 19th. And,
Awesome.
you know, we're dealing with commuters here. So
Okay.
these aren't the late birds. These are people that are up at 4,
So
3,
not me.
5 in the morning, okay? So bear with us with our schedule. We are partnering with HGAC, which is Houston Galveston Area Council.
Okay.
They have a subset of their division called Commute Solutions. And Commute Solutions, they partner with governmental agencies and other businesses to organize public outreach to educate people on commute alternatives.
Okay.
And so they are celebrating their 25th anniversary, and they are also doing various public outreaches because of the I-45 future expansion. And so, you know, we all have driven I-45. We all know where some of the congested areas are, and we have seen the amount of vehicles that are on this freeway, this highway. And so they're trying to get in front of that to help people understand that to rethink maybe some of the ways that they're traveling. So what they're doing on our behalf, because we did launch a very successful, young, early commuter service, is they're doing an appreciation effort for our commuters.
Oh, cool.
So all of our commuters that DeAndre has already personally became friends with, and they all
I'm sure.
know him.
I'm sure.
We'll get to encounter coffee, maybe some donuts, and some swag as a form of appreciation for riding our service. That actually starts at 5:30 a.m. Monday, August 19th.
I saw that. I was like, whoo, that's early.
5:30
That's early.
a.m.
It's still dark
So,
outside at that time.
it
I
is.
hear, I don't know, but I hear it's still dark outside at that
Yeah.
time.
So they will. So they'll be out there, and that's perfect because we were wanting to do some kind of grand opening ribbon cutting. So we thought, hey, if you guys are willing to come out and show some love to our commuters, great. Around 6 a.m., then we plan on having the official ribbon cutting.
Okay.
And that moment is really just to bring all the entities that partner to launch this service. So we've got some representative from Metro, which is the contractor that we that operates the commuter service, HGAC, which is where we received our funding for this pilot program, and obviously city, the mayor and city council.
Very good.
And anyone else here in our community. So it's a brief program, it's
Yeah.
formalities, it's cutting the ribbon, and it's being official. And this product for us is very different than our local route. We just had a block party. So these are our commuters, and we want to meet them where they are.
Was that in the evening? Because I'm more of an evening kind of person.
It was a Saturday, I believe it was.
Right.
So,
It was
but
during the day. It wasn't
it was
super
freezing
early.
cold. It was like in
Oh,
January.
I remember
on First
that.
Street.
Yes,
Oh,
I remember
man,
that.
We had
Yes.
a good time out
Yeah.
there.
Not that your events have, be around my timeline, but I'm just
Right.
saying, that's really early in the morning.
Sure. So we took in consideration your lifestyle, when we scheduled
Yeah,
this.
right. I'm telling you, it's all about Courtney here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about that ribbon cutting ceremony. Again, just kind of the photo op and showing the partnership
Yep.
between these very large entities and all the work that we do. And then finally that afternoon, that same organization, Commute Solutions, we're partnering with them to host a transportation fair at the Chamber of Commerce building. And so
Awesome.
that'll run between 11 and 1 o'clock. It's a come and go kind of event. Again, it's the same kind of thing about commute alternatives, what to look for in terms of impacts to traffic and impacts to traveling in our Houston region. And, as a community, I think we need to get comfortable with knowing that Conroe now is becoming a metro kind of area, so when we are in our various meetings or whatnot, there's not as much distinction between the Houston metro area, the Woodlands, and Conroe anymore. If you don't know, the Conroe, the Woodlands are recognized as a large urbanized area. And that's based on our population density or whatnot. It allows
Yeah.
us to work directly with the federal government for funding. And we have a census here coming up again. So
Yeah.
that the shape of that UZA, that urbanized area could adjust, even more. That does include some of the small cities around here, Cut and Shoot, Panorama,
Right.
Willis, and so on. So our area is shifting and morphing, especially when it comes to mobility and transit needs. So
You're
we
telling
are
me.
Yeah,
so
well,
happy to be out in the forefront here.
That
More-
traffic on 45 is insane. So I'm in the Woodlands and travel up to Conroe. So I'm even against the traffic or whatever, but I would say in the last 2 or 3 years, it's crazy
worse, yeah.
how much more traffic I see all the time. I'm like, where are these people going? Where are they coming? Because usually there was nobody going north in the mornings or going south in the evenings, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because we're also getting in contraflow. There's actually people, like yourself that work further or that live further south in
Yeah.
Houston that are driving to, their
Yeah.
jobs in Conroe in the Woodlands
Yeah.
area. So
Yeah, definitely needed for sure. I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So we're really excited about August
Awesome.
19th. It's going to be a big day for
Perfect.
us. And, we are partnering with Conroe Economic Development. We're partnering with different entities within the city. We have a connection out at the hospital and CISD for them to invite their employees over during that lunch hour, just like I
great.
said, to get some
Yeah.
information. You'd be surprised some of the services that we don't necessarily program or run that can fill in the gaps where our local bus system doesn't go or where our commuter service doesn't go. Our mode of thinking is really partnering. It's a regional perspective.
Yeah.
If we already partner with the Woodlands, they provide a service really much more comprehensive than our baby. She just started in January,
Yeah.
so she's not even crawling yet. She's here. And even different pilot programs we did with Willis. Would love to do something with Montgomery and East County for sure.
Right.
So there's a bigger picture here, but it really all stems from information. If anyone feels like they are out in some remote, untouchable place, like feed into some of these resources because,
Yeah.
like I said, we've even partnered with WorkSource Solutions and they've even helped kind of do referrals for transportation and whatnot. The challenge transit and mobility used to be is changing dramatically nowadays. I was reading an article last night because I have nothing else better to do at 11 o'clock at night. And I thought it worded this very good. It said that transit connects people to opportunity. And I
like
thought
that.
that is perfect because we always say, to shopping or to retail or to
Right.
medical appointments, which is true. But it's really opportunity.
Yeah.
We've had little old ladies on our bus, and they're so excited that their daughter-in-law isn't dragging them around to where she wants her to go and not where she wants to go,
Right. Yeah.
We have students who are visually impaired that can maneuver and go to work and
Yeah.
have that kind of independent lifestyle at,
Right.
such a young age. So we've seen some incredible life stories working in this
And
industry.
I don't think people think about that either. Think about those people that, you're in your life, you're doing it every day, and you don't realize, that a majority of the population does need our help. So, so on the commuter so it picks up and drops off in Conroe.
You should look in that direction.
Oh, okay. DeAndre,
specifics.
I do like this direction. He's speechless for the first time. So they pick up and drop off in Conroe. So they pick up in Conroe. Where are the drop offs at? Are they just in Houston downtown?
So the service operates Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And so there are 3 runs that leaves the Conroe parking lot. So the first bus leaves at 5 a.m. The second one 5:30 a.m. And the third one 6:30 a.m.
I don't think I'd make either one of them.
Where is the parking lot?
That's a good
It's
question, yeah.
located underneath the I-45 kind of overpass directly in front of the library, the Montgomery County Library.
Okay, and the flag park and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Correct, yes.
Veterans Memorial.
2854.
Yes, correct. And it's about 298 parking spots.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't
underneath.
realize that.
Yes, it's huge. So if you get
Yeah.
opportunity, come over and see it.
I drive by
August
it.
19th.
I drive by it at least once a day.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
Yeah, but
Ribbon
not at
cutting.
6 in the morning.
So-
Maybe 6 at night I'm over there.
Right,
but yeah.
right. So we have 3 services that leave in the morning, and it actually takes you downtown Houston. We have stops at the Midtown,
Okay.
Houston Community College,
Yeah.
Midtown, Rice University. Last stop is VA Hospital. You can actually go to the Texas Medical Center
that's-
area,
yeah.
and they have a transfer center there. So if you want to visit friends or family or
Yeah.
take the Metro fixed bus route there, you can travel throughout Houston.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yes. And as far as getting back to Conroe, there are 3 runs later that evening. So
Yeah.
it's at 4:30 p.m., 5:30, and 6 p.m. And so it travels
Yeah.
back through downtown Houston and will get you back to the Conroe parking lot anywhere between 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad
And
at
those
all.
are good-looking buses, too.
Oh, yeah, and they're very comfortable. It's a 55-passenger coach buses. If you have a bike and you want to take it down to Houston, hit it, put it underneath the bus, and
Oh.
you can travel down there.
Oh, well, that's nice. I never
Yes.
thought about that.
Definitely, yep.
Yeah.
So fares are $8 one way.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. If you are a senior citizen, a student, a person with disability, it's $4. Veterans are free. There's an application
nice.
through ridemetro.org that you complete, and anyone over the age of 70 gets to ride for free, or any of Metro's services for free.
Very nice. Good.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can definitely save on gas for that. And
Yes, no
not have to
road
worry about
rage.
traffic, parking. You're in a nice, comfortable. I bet you could take a nap on the way to work in the bus.
Or work
A
on
lot
the
of
way to
people
work.
do.
A lot
Or
of
work, yes, definitely.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, for sure. I'm all about the naps.
Yes.
You know me. So
It's pretty quiet at
yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
5 in the morning. DeAndre and I did some trials, trying to see if
Yeah.
this is going to work. And we met at a park. I was so early in the morning. I got coffee. I'm just blinking. And he's like, I'm like, we are the loudest things on this bus right now. They are going to pull over and
Like,
kick
oh my
us
gosh,
out.
we want to be
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah.
But it is truly a premium service, and we couldn't
Yeah.
have partnered with a better entity. I mean,
Yeah.
Metro is the big brother of transit in
Yeah.
Houston. I mean, they're known all around the world
Yeah.
for just their level of operations and how comprehensive their program is in the Houston region. So, you know, it's the Cadillac of services. I'll
Right.
never forget the morning we started. It was dark under there, and I was blinking because it was so early. And these huge buses come rolling in, and you would even think they make noise. You know, they're just smooth. They
Yeah.
just come in, and this diverse group of people get off the bus, and because Metro was actually training supervisors and
Oh.
drivers for this
Yeah.
area. And they get off, they're like, where are we at? And I'm like, welcome to Conroe. I think I'm like the visitors bureau all of a sudden.
Right.
But it was really cool. And they were so like, oh, okay, so you guys are just north. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are just the best drivers. I mean,
Yeah.
and they know this business so well. They have made launching something like this, you know, seamless.
Right.
DeAndre obviously is a critical piece of it. He probably deals more with the detail of it. But from my perspective,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure
Yeah.
to launch this program and see it run so smoothly. Our ridership is ticking up as we go. And
Yeah.
It is definitely. Yeah, we started
Yeah.
off at about 679 rides for the first month of April.
Wow.
And for the month of July, we were up to over 1,200 riders for the month.
So it doubled.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
Pretty much.
And it's
amazing.
still
Yes.
in its infancy. I
Definitely.
mean, y'all haven't
Yeah.
cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
yet.
Correct. And
Right.
it's important to let individuals know that these Metro commuter buses are ADA accessible. So if there's someone with any mobility issues, if you're in a wheelchair or you use a walker, there's a ramp that comes down that will assist you with getting on the buses. So this service
yeah.
is for anyone.
Oh, that's great.
And
Yeah. Perfect. John, you have any other questions? I have more questions, but I don't know about,
Well,
or
one
you
of
have
my
any
main
things about the
questions-
computer?
I'm a visual person, so if I'm listening to this on the radio, like a lot of people probably are, I'm wondering, is there a place on the web where I can go and get all the specific spots and print it out? Where would you direct me to go?
Yeah, so we would direct you to go to conroeconnection.org. We have all of our schedules listed for our commuter service, our fixed bus route, ADA paratransit, all the information you can get on our website at conroeconnection.org.
So y'all have the commuter bus, and then y'all have what you're calling the fixed route, which is another thing I want to talk about with y'all too. So those are two different systems, two different buses, or two different entities that y'all run.
yeah, we
Yep.
actually have 3 different products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
the
Man.
fixed route, which launched in 2015.
Okay.
And that's the local bus you see here.
Yep.
It stays on schedule. It only stops at certain bus stops. It doesn't deviate. You know, that's
Yeah.
it. Then we have a complimentary ADA paratransit service.
That's right. Okay.
So that service is for individuals who are unable to access the fixed route. That service is a shared ride door-to-door service.
Oh.
It's double the cost of our fixed route, which our fixed route is only $1.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
$2?
yeah.
$2 one way.
And $4 round trip. And if you qualify for that service, then you schedule your trips. It's almost like a demand response service. You schedule your trips. A driver in a van, you may have other riders in there with
Yeah.
you, pick you up. They'll take you to dialysis, and they're scheduled to return you back home. So that's the complimentary ADA paratransit service. And then our third leg now is the commuter service.
I didn't realize there was a difference between that. I thought the fixed route and the ADA were the same thing. But yeah, so it's kind of like an Uber.
Yeah, ADA is much more kind of a medical necessity.
Right, yeah.
ADA is a lot of the footwork you'll see come in the chamber.
Yes, yes.
They're going through the process of getting qualified for that
Yeah.
service. ADA is where our most independent seniors love to hang out. I mean, they can do everything, Kroger, shopping, they're so excited
Yeah.
with ADA. And ADA is we have no problem growing ADA.
Right.
If
Right.
anything, it's just a capacity issue
Right.
to sustain that, not even the ridership, but to sustain
Right.
the demand. One thing that we run into with our city growing is, when we roll out transit projects from the fixed route, and even before that, we were building sidewalks. You have to have
Oh,
pedestrian
right.
amenities to offer safe transit
Yeah.
services. So a lot of our applicants who actually ride ADA paratransit, a lot of them by default are approved because there's no safe place for them to access a fixed bus route, bus stop.
Wow. Yeah.
There's no sidewalk. There's an open ditch. There is,
Yeah.
or the bus stop is, 4 miles
Right.
away from them, that kind of thing. So it's interesting. We have some interesting things that we have to work with, and
Yeah.
but our city is developing, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there are sidewalks,
Right.
and there's more and more.
Yeah.
We just did this major construction project on 105 there, where they removed or we put a median
Yep.
in the middle for safety.
really
'cause,
nice,
we
too,
was all
yes.
killing ourselves going
Yes.
over to McDonald's and
Yeah.
Burger King. It was so serious.
Well, the traffic flow has improved so much.
Oh, for
Yeah.
since
sure.
they've done
And
that.
it looks very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it really makes a nice little entryway into downtown.
So, and
yeah.
that's part of it. That's what we look forward to in,
Yeah.
in transit is developments like that include or that think about pedestrian light and that think about safety for the pedestrians. Because our buses then are able to really
Yeah.
access it and provide a wonderful service.
Yeah. What other organizations do y'all work with in the area? Because I'm thinking like my parents. So even though they don't live here, but my mom's disabled. So and my dad's able to get around. But, if it was just, my mom or even to a point, when your parents get old. And I totally lost my train of thought.
No, what other services, agencies we
So,
work
yeah.
with?
What other nonprofits do you work with? Because I know like Meals on Wheels does their own kind of meal transportation, but I would assume that y'all work with other nonprofits in the area.
We do, several actually. And Meals on Wheels, we actually have a contract with them. So if there was a fourth leg of our service, it's really from the Conroe Woodlands urbanized area, but we contract with Meals on Wheels to provide demand response service
Oh, okay.
in the rural areas, correct?
Rural and some of the urban
Okay,
areas as well.
rural and urban.
Yes.
So they're collecting areas that we can't reach. So we already have that partnership with them. And then Montgomery County Meals on Wheels have applied for grants that we have solicited on behalf of FTA for programs to support seniors or persons with disabilities. We've also have worked with New Danville in a similar capacity.
Oh,
so
yeah.
both of those entities have been grant recipients from the city of Conroe, kind of a pass-through with federal funding for their programs. Other than that, Angel Reach, I know we've worked with, obviously Family Promise,
Right.
there's some bias there.
Volunteers of America.
Yeah.
Volunteers
Oh,
of
yeah.
America, yeah. So a lot of the nonprofits in the area is really who we reach out to for. I guess just got so excited right there. Kind of what we reach out to for the survey that we're doing right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, do we want to take, Dick, do we need to take a little break? I mean, we have them for the whole show. And yeah, so let's take a little break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the survey and some more stuff.
Cool.
We'll be back with Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line 936-647-3776 or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for a summer internship, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
And welcome back to Chamber Chat. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Yalley. I'm the Director of Special Events for the Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm John Sellers, Director of Finance and Operations for the Conroe Chamber.
And we're back talking with Sean and DeAndre about the bus systems here in Conroe in the area. I do want to give a shout out to our board chairman, Brenton Wunderlich. He likes to text me, and he likes to listen, which we appreciate. At least we know we have one listener, at least one listener. But he always likes to joke with me about like not being able to get through the intro without laughing. But today I'm blaming that on DeAndre. I asked him to call in, but he said he's a little busy. We want some call-ins next month, so we're going to arrange some people maybe to call in. I want to feel like a true radio show.
I'll
So
call.
DeAndre will call. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
we
We'll
can
get
count on
DeAndre to have a call in. We do have a guest audience here. Abby Johnson
yeah.
is in our audience, so that is good.
I got this really fancy invitation delivered by Joseph.
Oh,
just
yes,
before
I know.
I left to come here, and it had Conroe Transportation on it, so must be a big deal, right?
It is a big deal. So it is our ribbon cutting event that we mentioned earlier, at the top of the show, and that actually is happening at the Park and Ride lot. So
Okay.
it's at Interstate 45 and FM 2854, right in front of the, right across the street from the library.
Okay.
Again, it's 6 to 7 a.m. is the actual ribbon cutting.
AM.
The
AM, Courtney.
appreciation
Yeah.
portion, if that's not early enough, starts at 5:30 a.m. So we'll love to see you all there. Take the rollers out your hair. And,
Right. Can
you
I come in
know,
my
we're gonna
pajamas?
Look professional. But that's what it was for. We're really trying to, obviously, our everyday partners and just invite as many
Yeah.
people. And even if you don't get to come out that early in the morning, come to the transportation
yeah.
fair. That's the middle of the day. Come
Yeah.
and go. It's your lunch hour. It's between 11 and 1. And we'll have kind of maybe some snacks. But more importantly, you know, you'll be able to walk away knowing at least 2 or 3 different alternatives to actually driving
Right.
your vehicle.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's great. That's more my time, 11 to 1, midday.
And again, the website to get more information on that is
ConroeConnection.org.
all right.
Perfect.
Definitely.
And we were talking about the different things, y'all, 3 services, the commuter, the ADA, and the fixed route before that. And just surprising about how, what our community needs as far as the ADA stuff. I was thinking about my parents and, the older generation that needs that. So I just think that we're very lucky to have those kind of services here in our area. It seems like it should have been here for forever. So we're just glad to have that. Do y'all want to talk about the fixed route stuff? Or I know you wanted to talk about a survey y'all were doing as well too. So
Sure, yeah, and I'll kind of hand it over to DeAndre,
Okay.
but I'll tell you, so every year we conduct a rider survey
Okay.
and a driver survey. We like to know the contractor we
Oh, yeah.
hired to operate our fixed route. What are your drivers thinking? What do they see? Because
Yeah.
if you really want to get down to like true route planning, talk to your drivers. Know everything.
Right.
They know everybody. They know what time Sally gets on Tuesdays. They know where she's going. They know everything.
Yeah.
So we survey them also, but we're really stressing our rider survey. This information gives us, the routes we expanded last year when we
Mm-hmm. Right.
initiated the service. And, I've always contributed the success of our riderships on communication with the public or
Yeah.
communication with those who are using it. So, for example, we have a report from our last year's survey. So the question was, which of the following improvements to Conroe Connection Transit service is most needed? So 38% said new routes, 22% weekend service. 15% more frequent service. Most of our bus stops are 1 hour headways. So if for that bus stop, the bus gets there at 13 minutes past the hour, it's pretty much gonna do that from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
Now, our newer routes, it's a little more trickier. They're 2 hour headways. And I'll tell you why. This kind of resulted after a public meeting. So say we have $1 to purchase a route, a
Yeah.
fixed route to pay for operations and everything that goes on. But after conducting one of these surveys, we realized, we really have 2 routes here. We thought maybe it was one big one, but it's 2.
Yeah.
Well, each of these routes cost $1.
right.
We only have $1 to spend. So our community, our riders, the engaged public here in Conroe said, hey, Sean, let's purchase half of this route and half of that route. our response. Do you know what that means? That means we're gonna miss that 1 hour headway.
Right.
It'll be 2 hours, but that's actually kind of a brilliant
Yeah.
idea just to kind of get it started. So we have a northeast route
Northeast route. And a
that
west route.
goes to,
Lone Star College,
right,
Texas Department of Health and Human Services,
Okay.
Texas Department of Rehabilitative and Vocational Services.
Yeah.
and so the bus will serve that route and then it'll switch over to our west route.
That is correct.
Okay, and then some of the,
Locations on that: Aldi's, grocery store,
so important.
Oh, okay.
Tri-County Behavioral Health Care.
Yep.
So to name a few. It also
Yeah.
passes Home Depot area where there's
Right.
that
Okay.
Target shopping center.
Right. Yeah.
And with back to school, it passes the high school,
And the
right
ninth
at
grade
Wilson
campus.
Road, and the ninth grade
yeah, right over there,
campus,
yeah.
and Social Security office.
That's correct.
So how
Right.
can you choose between those things, right? We just read something that Lone
Yeah.
Star is now doing bachelor degrees.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah.
Right.
Conroe Connection can get you there. I mean, we have to do some finagling with
Right.
the schedule and make sure the timing
Right.
is right. But that's actually one of our very next improvements.
Yeah.
So these surveys are important.
Right.
So at conroeconnection.org, even on our Facebook, Conroe Connection Transit is a Survey Monkey link for fixed bus route
Okay.
riders and ADA paratransit riders. For those riders who ride our bus
Yeah.
regularly, we have surveys on the bus
That's correct.
that the bus
Okay.
drivers are giving out, right?
That is correct. So we have two versions, one English version and another Spanish version.
Okay.
And if you rode the service, we would like your feedback, and we are incentivizing those riders with a free one-way pass. So if you get that survey, you can either download it from our website, again, conroeconnection.org, or get that right from the driver, and you can complete that while you're on the bus, hand it to the driver, and
Yeah.
you get a free one-way voucher.
Hey, people like free stuff.
correct.
Incentivize them. That's a good thing. Now, do you want just current riders doing those surveys, or do you want public people who don't use it also participate in the surveys, just to give some feedback of maybe potential riders?
We'll take both.
Okay.
Last year, we actually targeted 2 separate surveys.
Okay.
We did one for non-riders and one for
Yeah.
riders. This year, we rolled out just for
Just
riders.
for riders, okay.
But we will take
Any
we will-
kind of feedback, yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because we absolutely need it.
Yeah.
One of the other questions that we asked is how often you ride the bus,
Mm-hmm.
and 48% rode our bus 3 to 4 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's good
That's picked up
information.
from-
Yeah.
So the survey is really important, and this is our planning tool. So,
Right.
if you have a bright idea or even some efficiency on how we're running the route now, you'd be surprised every day common people are like, why do you stop here? If you just make a left here and go down this street, you'll save 2 minutes. And like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
we are definitely open to that, but we opened our survey on Monday, which was the 5th.
Okay.
And we're going to run our survey through next Friday, which is August 16th. So again, it's on our website, conroeconnection.org. It's also on our Facebook page, Conroe Connection Transit. And you can get surveys on our buses, our ADA paratransit service. You can also call our office at 936-522-3532.
That is correct.
Your extension.
Correct.
So,
They get DeAndre, not Joseph.
And we want to encourage individuals, if you've never rode a fixed bus route, especially here in the city,
Yeah.
just give us a call so we can educate you. And even you, Courtney or John, if you want to, ride a route,
Yeah.
it's an hour
Yeah.
out of the day.
I know y'all
I
asked
never
before.
have,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
are
I'll
you
go
ready?
with you.
Yeah.
It's a very rewarding
Yeah.
experience.
We'd love to do that.
Are,
Yeah.
are you ready for some random questions about it?
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Yes.
My first concern.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
You know how hot it was outside today?
Yes,
And
sir.
it's going to be probably the rest of the week.
Correct.
Are these buses air conditioned?
Yes, of course.
Oh, man, that's
Yes.
worth the
Some
dollar.
people-
Just-
that's
I mean,
worth the dollar.
John, some people will get on the bus, pay their 50 cents or a dollar, and ride for an hour just to be cool.
Just to be, right?
Hey, that'd be me.
Why not?
I mean,
Definitely, yeah. No.
yeah, we just got off a cruise of some developing nations in the Caribbean, and you'd be surprised how lacking air conditioning is down there on buses.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that would be very nice.
That was a good question.
Well,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
Texas savvy people, so trust me, from an operations perspective, if we come in the office and there's an issue with the A or the C, everything stops.
Everything
Like, we need
shuts
to
down.
fix this right away. Right away.
When you see DeAndre running around the office, something happened with the AC on the bus, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, good question.
Yeah.
What other questions do you have?
One of the routes goes out to the business park, correct? Is that still the same?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
So that's the
Northeast.
northeast.
The one that goes to
Towards
Commerce
Lone-
Center.
Correct. The
Oh,
Lone
okay.
Star Conference
Yeah.
Center.
So it serves the FM 3083. And honestly, that whole route, the vehicles for that route were purchased for us through Conroe EDC and the CIDC board.
Oh,
So they
awesome.
pretty much donated the funds, non-federal, so it was
Yeah.
really easy to procure, and that really gave us what we needed to serve that
Oh,
area.
awesome.
At least to start to serve it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What else you got, John? I have another question.
Okay, well, you go ahead and I'll think of one.
So you mentioned weekend service. Is there any plans to build that into the program?
We get that question a lot
Yeah.
and that comment a lot. And in
Yeah.
the transit industry, people will tell you everyone's going to ask for weekend service.
Right.
Very few will use it.
Use it.
So,
Yeah.
So what we discussed and kind of the theory is, maybe in the future we can run a pilot, maybe on Saturdays for certain hours,
Yeah.
maybe not 7 a.m., 7 p.m.
Right.
Just to kind of see what the response would be.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I would much rather prefer to bring those out, that 2 hour down to an hour, those
Right.
hours down to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe a 6 a.m. to, a 8 p.m.
Right.
So I really,
Yeah.
that would probably be the focus, unless we hear otherwise, unless we have the funding to do something
Right.
on the weekends.
Yeah, but that makes sense. You would get that question, but I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of people probably wouldn't utilize it on the weekend. You think about downtown with Metro, I'm sure, unless there's
Well,
stuff
I mean,
going on,
yeah,
you know?
I can see the growth of that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about, you only have $1 and how
Right.
best to use
Right.
that funding to maximize your
Yeah.
service,
Yeah.
then, the priority
Right.
there is a little different.
I think you're going to get there. I believe it.
Yes.
believe it
I
too.
believe it.
And
Yes.
Sean talked about opportunity earlier, and we would like to encourage people to come out to the transportation fair. There was a transportation fair at Lone Star College one a few months back, and I met with a student. He lived off of 336 North, and he was aware that our bus stopped at Lone Star College, but he was unaware of how to use the system. He came into the office, met with me. He was taking a Lyft or Uber from
Oh my
home to college
gosh.
3 or 4 days a week, and it's about $15 one way, so that's
That's
$30
probably more
round
than his
trip.
tuition for the class.
Correct.
Right.
Right. So he's
Wow.
a student. So his fare on the bus is 50 cents. So he was able to maneuver the route to get to college on time and pay
Right.
50 cents each way. So it was $1 round trip and saving him money and opportunities so he can continue his education. So
Yeah.
again, we encourage you to come out to the transportation fair on August 19th.
Yeah, because that's one thing you probably don't think about is students. So,
Correct.
and I know y'all are working with Lone Star College on that and getting that word out as well too. So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, that
Could you
was
imagine?
yeah. No.
Yeah, we just don't want
Yeah.
anyone to
Holy
overthink it. Like
Right.
we have the
Right.
information. We work with experts,
Right.
Metro and our contractor Ride. They will help you plan a trip. Just
Yeah.
know where you're at, where you're trying to
Yeah.
go, and when, and we can figure it out. Don't ever let that stop you from
Right.
attempting to ride the service or reaching out
Right.
to us, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, I love that story.
Right. And we're
All right.
connected with Google Transit as well.
That's really
So
cool.
if you're out there, wherever, say for instance, you're at Walmart, you Google the address to where you want to go. You can use different transit or different modes of mobility, whether that's our fixed bus route,
Yeah.
Uber,
Car,
car.
walking, yeah.
Right.
It will give you that, kind of step by step, route by route time frame in real time.
Yeah.
So
which is really cool. And shout out to Joseph,
correct.
our
Oh, we love
transportation
Joseph.
aide, for setting that up because it was so meticulous. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
No.
all the
Yeah, it's
metrics and types
Oh,
of
for Google to
documents
do all
you
of
need.
that?
Yes, and so he partnered with Houston Galveston Area Council.
Mm-hmm.
They had a point person, and it was just back and forth. And bless his soul, he went through that whole process. And now, if you put in an address here
Yeah.
in Conroe, our bus, like DeAndre said, our bus
Mm-hmm.
route comes up as an option of travel, and it shows the time points, the schedule.
That's really cool. Go, Joseph.
Proud of
That's
him
that's
for
why he
that.
hasn't been playing on Words with Friends lately.
yeah.
Normally it's like I'll make a move and then like 5 seconds later it's my move again and I'm like, are you kidding me? But lately, like the last
Stop trying to get him in
the
trouble,
last
John.
the last 2 months, it's been like he's been making one word a day.
He is.
So-
He's
He's
been a
making
great.
transit moves.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He's been a great asset for y'all. We
Yeah.
love having Joseph up front.
thank
So
you.
yeah, he's a good,
Very
good
intelligent
kid.
young
Yes.
man. He has a bright future.
Yeah, taking over. Taking over. Watch out, DeAndre.
When I retire, I'm great. Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting there.
Okay. Anything else y'all want to mention? I don't have any other. At least any other
I've got
questions?
some
Just some
more.
more.
Oh,
Go.
of course.
Just
All right, so
shout them out, John.
Pop quiz. How many buses are in the fleet?
We have a total of 6 buses, and 3 are actually out on service Monday through Friday.
and they have very cold ACs.
Yes, sir.
John's
I
worried
challenge you.
about
I
the
challenge you to
ACs.
join me in riding the bus. So
Okay. All right. Well, this is kind of more of an open-ended question, but I've never ridden the bus before. So, what's the best way for me to get started if I decide,
that's a
I'm
great
gonna
question.
save some gas and help the environment. I'm gonna ride the bus to work one day. Where do I need to start?
So I would first suggest that you give us a call, and if you have time, come into the office and let us kind of work out some type of route for you. If you're just out and about and around, go to our transfer point, which is at Booker T. Washington Park in Conroe, and
Okay.
you get there, and each bus
And
meets there at the
that's
top of the
former
hour.
First Street Park.
That's correct.
That's where I used to play baseball when I was a little kid here in Conroe. Yes, I know that area very well.
So yeah, you go there, and our drivers meet up at the top of the hour, and they wait for about 10 minutes or so to deploy to their appropriate routes. But each driver is familiar with all of the routes, and a lot of our drivers are live right here in the city of Conroe, and some are ex-Metro drivers, school bus drivers, and so they're very knowledgeable about our services, and so they can help you. But if you're unsure, just give us a call. Again, 936-533-3532, and we will help you to plan a
good.
route to work.
All right.
I can see John doing that.
Definitely.
So in some do's and do nots on the bus.
Ooh,
okay,
yes,
yeah, let's get
that's
into that.
great. Yes.
Okay, do's is have appropriate fare.
Oh, right.
So-
You gotta
Get
bring
on
your
me like,
bus
I ain't got no
money.
And
cash.
an exact fare.
Exact fare. There you
Okay.
go. Thank
Okay,
you.
no
So
change.
True me up.
Yeah.
Don'ts is, okay, so one of our bus stop is at Lowe's.
Yeah.
We do not suggest you go in and buy, 2x4s and
Right.
or
A piece of
And
drywall. That's
drywall, because we just don't have the capacity
for
and
that.
it's really
There you
not
go.
safe to bring all of that
Right.
on board.
Buy a barbecue pit and put it on
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
We do have seat belts, so for your little ones or yourself,
good.
Oh, that's
we
a good
have
question.
Yeah.
tie downs
Yes.
for wheelchairs and things like that. Let me think
Yeah.
of another
You
don't.
want to arrive at the bus stop at least 5 minutes. I say
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes early. This is public transit. Sometimes things happen. They might get caught up by a train or whatever.
Right.
So you want to arrive there at least 5 or 10 minutes early.
Don't board the bus with your coffee
With an
without
open container.
With an open container.
It
Oh,
must
it
have a
has to
lid.
have a lid.
Yes,
have a
for
lid.
safety reasons.
Okay.
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
you can bring food and drink on the bus.
Yes, it needs to be secure, but there's no eating or drinking on the bus.
Yeah. Don't be trying to
Oh.
sneak a French fry.
Right, Courtney.
Really?
Yes. yes.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man.
And like me, no singing out loud if you can
Yeah,
sing.
nobody's
You
interested.
gotta wear your
No.
phones. It's distractions.
It's distracting,
for the
yeah.
driver.
Yeah. Don't expect the radio to play. It's not playing because our drivers are trying to call out the next bus stops and kind of keep in mind, help everyone know
Be,
where to.
be professional and
Right.
yes, and courteous. Yes.
Yes.
It's probably the number one do. Be
Do.
professional and
Yes.
courteous. Yeah.
And when you're driving around our buses, you
Yeah.
don't have to stop behind them like a school bus. Now be
Oh,
careful.
that's a good. That's
Yeah,
a
because
that's
the
a good
school
point.
bus
Yeah.
has the flashers and
Right.
everyone has to stop. That is not the same with our buses.
Yeah.
So our drivers obviously know how to pull over.
Yeah.
They'll deploy open the doors or the ramp, but you're free to, put your blinker on and go on over to the
Okay.
next lane safely.
That's
So.
good to know. Yeah. Very good. Do y'all have these do's and don'ts on the website or something like that?
We have a
We
how
have
to
a-
ride guide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
in it.
that's good. Okay.
Yeah. But
very
for
good.
Courtney, for you on the bus, there is a no eating, no drinking, no smoking
Stress
sign
that.
that I posted personally.
It's for Courtney only.
Just for Courtney. Oh gosh. Oh, what our audience of one person, Brent, must think of me.
Yeah.
Maybe we have maybe Chantel's listening at the office. Maybe we have two
Maybe,
listeners.
yeah.
I don't know.
And we
Who
have
knows?
brochures on our each bus that explains
perfect.
each route.
Yeah.
So if you get on, you're unsure, and that has
Yeah.
our contact information. So
And you have that at the chamber too. The
Correct.
office is up there. Perfect. Okay. Well, any other last points y'all want to make, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll wrap it up.
Again, just thank you to everyone who supports our system, our
Yes.
city council,
Yes.
Metro, HGAC, the
Absolutely.
riders. We just appreciate everyone.
Yeah. Great. Okay. We'll can we take a quick break, and then we'll be back with chamber chat. We'll wrap it up and kind of give y'all some info on what's coming up with the chamber. We'll be back on chamber chat in a few minutes.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
And we're back on Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio. I'm Courtney Galley, one of your hosts with the Conroe Chamber.
And I'm John Sellers, also co-host filling in for Brian Bondi.
Yeah, we just want to tell the audience a little bit about what the Chamber has going on. So if you haven't seen it, which I'm surprised you haven't, but we're doing Stuff the Bus with Guaranteed Bank and Trust, a school supply drive benefiting Conroe and Willis ISD. And so we're looking for people to donate supplies. We've gotten a tremendous amount of supplies already. If you've been in the Chamber building in our boardroom, it's full of already donated items. If you want to look for drop-offs and locations and time, you can visit conroe.org. I know on August 12th, you can drop them off or anytime in between, drop them off at the Chamber. But on August 12th, we're going to do the Stuff the Bus at the Chamber. And then we have a list of the most needed items, and I'll just kind of mention a few. Of course, backpacks, glue sticks, crayons, scissors, hand sanitizers, rulers, markers, notebooks, all of that kind of stuff. We have that list. I think it's available on our website that you can do. So we encourage y'all to get with your friends and family and help stuff the bus. I know Kroger is doing the packs for $7. Mm-hmm. So I know last month, Brian and I were talking about it, and I was like, well, just skip your coffee one day, and then you can afford to do at least one packet, right?
Well, one of the cool ideas that I saw was something that the former Conroe Regional that HCA Houston Conroe.
Oh my gosh, they donated a ton of stuff.
Like a competition among their employees.
Yeah.
And you would not believe I mean, you get people involved in a competition. I mean, if they're like me, you're going to win it.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean,
yeah,
that kind of thing. You know,
yeah, their
if you're
employees
looking
donated a lot
for something fun to do at your place of business, or
right.
to help energize your employees a little bit. You know, say, hey, let's see how much school supplies we can get donated to this drive, because it goes to a great cause. I mean, I was even surprised by the need that's in our area, because I mean, you know, we look out the window and see an affluent area, but I mean, there really is a need. There's quite a few students in Conroe and Willis that are on free and reduced lunch that otherwise wouldn't have the school supplies they need.
Yeah. Well, and then just to take some of the pressure off the teachers for having to supply that stuff. But yeah, I mean, definitely need it. And just, you know, if you can spare $7, go to Kroger, buy the little packet and drop it off at the Chamber. I mean, it's skip your coffee and donuts for one day to be able to do that. So we have that going on. And then we have the Real Men of Montgomery County Style Show coming up on August 15th. We have 2 models in the studio today, DeAndre and Dick. John will be there too, but John's part of staff, so he'll be part of security. You'll hear more about that at our staff meeting later on today. So this year, the event, the charity partner is Montgomery County Food Bank. And so partial proceeds will go to them. So if you're wanting to be a model, or if you want to volunteer somebody to be a model. I'm still looking for models. Tickets are $30 to attend. You don't have to be a chamber member to attend or be a model. And then we have cocktail tables you can purchase for $300. For that is a sponsorship, so you do have to be a chamber member for that. And then we have $500 and $1,000 sponsorship levels as well too. But come out; it's a fun time. We'll crown the real man that night. So there's an opportunity to vote for your real man by purchasing some tickets for that. And whoever has the most tickets, i.e. raises the most money, will be crowned that night. Brent Wunderlich, our chairman of the board, was the real man last year.
Along with his son.
His son,
Oliver.
he kind of cheated. He brought his baby son, Oliver, as part of his outfit, and I think he kind of cheated. But you definitely need to come. I know DeAndre's cooking up something. We just talked about Dick's outfit, and I know our resident OGs, originals.
Oh, wow.
I guess, I don't know what else you could call them, Cody and Guy, they always go nonstop. So I know their outfit, but I'm going to keep that a secret. So you'll have to come and just see what they're going to be up to this year. So,
and you can purchase tickets at www.conroe.org, correct?
$30, you get spirits, so free drinks. Food is provided by Mackenzie's Barbecue. Really fun time networking, great activity. It's at Wiesner in their Buick GMC showroom. And so, come out for a really good time and a really good cause benefiting the food bank.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, last year was my first time seeing
right,
it.
yeah.
And I mean, it really is. I mean, there's a runway and it's almost like you're at a fashion show, except it is just hilarious.
It is.
Because
the guys put on a good show.
They really get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have something to talk about the next day at work, that's for sure.
For sure. So fun night in your community to help a good cause. And then we have Lobster Fest coming up, so save the date for October 3rd and 4th. Dinner at the Convention Center, and then we're golfing at Bentwater. So we're very excited about that. So you'll start to see a lot more stuff about Lobster Fest coming up after the style show. And then I just wanted to give a quick shout out for our diplomat highlight, Debbie Dykes, who's with Network in Action, Conroe Magnolia. She was highlighted in our FYI this month. And the one question I always like to read off is what your favorite chamber event is and why. And she said she enjoys all of them, but her favorite is Morning Mingle because it gives her an opportunity to meet other members of the chamber and have a lot of fun while they network. And she also enjoys being a diplomat. So if you want to join Debbie at Morning Mingle, we have Morning Mingle Thursday at Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company, $10 in advance. So purchase your food in advance. Purchase ticket registration in advance. The food is awesome. Brian and I always talk about the food at Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company. It's wonderful. And we're doing, let me see if I can find it, what activity we're doing.
Something back to school related, right?
Hold on.
I know, we got to go back to school.
Back to school. So bring your business cards and a donation for our Stuff the Bus school supply drive and get a coupon to visit next Morning Mingle absolutely free. So you can't stop that. Okay. For more information about the chamber, visit conroe.org. You can stop by the chamber or call us at 936-756-6644. And that's a wrap for Chamber Chat.
Wow, that flew by.
It did. We didn't even get Abby on the show. We'll give her a shout out.
Say hi, Abby.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Thank you. We'll see you next month on Lone Star Community Radio for Chamber Chat.